ability to acknowledge the natural systems that makes life on Earth possible.
People who are ecoliterate are said to be empowered with knowledge and consciousness of how nature's living system operates. The question is, are you an ecoliterate? Who knows? Let's find out. We have here a friend Sheng to help us find the answer. Hello, netizens! I am very much excited in this 3-day Dora the Explorer all about the integration of ecoliteracy and education. So, are you ready to take this journey?
Yes!
Tara na! Umarimi!
One eternity later.
As we all know, humans are the main benefactors of the nature we have. We get to enjoy and use the natural resources from our environment. And as to repay the benefits we get, we take good care of it and acknowledge its importance. But the question is, do we really know what is our relationship or connection to our Mother Nature?
For us to answer these questions and to thoroughly understand what is ecoliteracy, we are visiting a pro in this field, and we have here Professor David Orr and physicist Fridtjof Capra.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sirs. I am Shang.
I am Leng. And I am Sheng.
Hi, Shang, Leng, and Sheng. Thank you for visiting us.
Thank you for letting us enter your humble abode, sir.
You're always welcome here, and welcome, netizens.
Professor David and Professor Fridtjof, you are familiar for being the proponents in the field of ecoliteracy. In line with this, we would like to ask some questions for you, sir. Shang?
Sir David, when did this concept of ecological literacy started?
If my memory serves me right, it was on 1900s that our concept about ecoliteracy was coined and have become the new value that entered the education, and it is also known as the well-being of the earth.
And what was the concept of ecological literacy, Prof?
To put it in a simple form, I'm going to quote Garrett Hardin's definition. He said that ecoliteracy is the ability to ask what then, or in other words, it is simply about understanding how our activities, including writing and reading, not only impact the earth, but also fit into the complex web of ecological relationships wherein which we live.
Going with you, Sir Fridtjof, what is the importance and the purpose of ecoliteracy?
So, ecoliteracy builds on the successes from reduced behavioral problems to increase academic achievement of the movement in education to foster social and emotional learning. It also cultivates knowledge, empathy, and action required for practicing sustainable living. So these skills extend beyond the understanding the basics of life systems of our planet. So, environmental literacy also prepares students to bridge the gap between the understanding issues and taking actions to solve the problems.
Wow! That really made us realize the value of ecological literacy as human beings part in the natural environment. However, professors, being ecological literate means understanding the principles of organizations of ecological communities and also constructive collaboration between the members of communities and using those principles as for creating sustainable communities. But how can we become really ecoliterate?
Actually, Sheng, there's no specific ways to become an ecoliterate. But the 5 practices of Berkeley-based Center of Ecoliteracy would be the best starting point to all of us. According to them, the first practice that we should master is to develop empathy to all forms of life. By recognizing the common needs and the significance of every single living organism, our perspective as humans will shift into the perspective of a member of the natural world. From that, we will see and feel the genuine concern about the well-being of everyone, especially our environment. The next one is we should embrace sustainability as a community practice. We are already acknowledged of the fact that there is no organism that can survive in isolation. If we continuously conduct activities promoting sustainability, this problem will definitely be addressed. Third is make the invisible visible. If we strive to develop ways of living that are more life-affirming, then we must definitely find ways to make the invisible visible. During this time of pandemic, we are battling and struggling in different levels. But it will not stop us as we are very eager to learn. We can use Google Earth, Good Guide, or Educate to still explore the world. Develop empathy and learn to explore the things that are beyond of what our eyes see.
Yes, fourth one is anticipate unintended consequences. Teachers can teach the students a noteworthy strategies for anticipating unintended consequences. One strategy is the precautionary principle, which can be boiled down to this basic message, and that is precautionary actions should be taken regardless of whether a cause and effect relationship has been scientifically confirmed. Lastly, is you must understand how nature sustains life. Ecoliterate people recognize that nature has sustained life for eons. As a result, they have turned to nature as their teacher and learned different tenets. And three of these tenets are imperative to ecoliterate living. First of all, ecoliterate people have learned that from nature, all living organisms are complex and interconnected web of life. Second, ecoliterate people tend to be more aware that systems are on various levels of scale. Each level supports the others to sustain life. And finally, ecoliterate people collectively practice a way of life that fulfills the needs of the present generation while simultaneously supporting the nature's inherent ability to sustain life into the future. So, they have learned that from nature, the members of a healthy ecosystem do not abuse the resources in order for them to survive.
Sir, you have mentioned earlier about applying it on teaching. So, ecoliteracy is actually introduced in education, sir?
Yes, it is already integrated in the educational system of the Philippines. But if you have further questions, I think it is best for you to visit the DepEd office at the Energy Park because I am very confident that they will give you the answers that you are needing.
Thank you, sir, for your time. It was really great for having you here in this interview. And as expected, we have really learned a lot from both Sir David and Sir Victor. Again, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome, and it was an honor to impart some knowledge to other people.
Now, we are literally taking a journey to the DepEd office. Actually, we are here at Energy Park, Tagum City, and we will try our luck if we can interview some officials about the integration of ecoliteracy. Okay, let's go! And luckily, we have here some officials who granted our request. We have here Teacher 3, Teacher Janabeth, and ESL Coordinator, Miss Christine. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
I would like to ask some questions. If there is any law or memorandum which states that ecoliteracy should be included or integrated in the educational system?
Actually, there is, and it is the DepEd Order number 52, series of 2011, or also known as Strengthening the Environmental Education in Public and Private Schools. This order specifically states that the school should be the leading institution in protecting and preserving the environment pursuant to the Republic Act 9512 or the Act to promote environmental education and for other purposes. And actually, this order indirectly molds the students to become ecoliterate.
And in what way, ma'am?
In line with this step and order is the integration of intensified lessons regarding the environment, and we as educators are very much encouraged to use the environmental concerns as tools in our classroom discussions, drills, and activities.
Aside from that, the school administrators and head are encouraged to use learning and instructional materials in addressing the concerns and issues on the environment, which also promotes student participation in environmental activities and advocacies, in which it will be also instilled in their minds the need to protect and preserve our environment. There is also a specific program under that degree or order, and that is the Youth for Environment in School Organizations.
And you girls are very lucky today because one school in Davao del Norte is specifically conducting their cleaning activities here, right now, at this very moment, in line with their YesO action plan.
Oh, really, ma'am?
Yes, and you are very welcome to explore the place.
Yay! Thank you so much, ma'am. Let's go, netizens!
A few moments later.
As you can see, we have already changed our outfit to fit in with the event. And we are actually here at
Panas Agricultural Park.
Let's go!
Minsa'y natuwa ang may likha, 7,000 pulo ang ginawa. Mga hiyas na inilatag sa malasuklang dagat. At ang bayan niyang pinili, nasa dulo ng baha.
Did you know that the 10% of the trees that you see right now at Panas
Our trees planted during the Greeneration Program last 2013.
The next day.
Aside from the activities implemented by the YesO, here are some of the practices done by the school.
To promote ecoliteracy in the teaching and learning process.
Classroom activities are already following the integration of ecoliteracy in the 21st century. There are a variety of underlying teaching strategies to foster the knowledge, skills, and values essential to sustainable living.
The first one is the place-based learning. It is a strategy that captures students' imaginations and advances environmental stewardship and civic engagement. One of the best examples for this are the inclusion of environmental concerns to classroom discussions.
In the surroundings, it already shows how we preserve and protect our environment.
And cleanup drive. Next is the project-based learning, such as restoration, modeling the evolution of agriculture, and changing the food in schools. An example for this, or an example under this strategy, is the recycling and the IGP, or the income generating project.
And lastly, experiential learning promotes experiential learning through our emphasis on school gardens, food and cooking, civic engagement, and the schoolyard or the Gulayan sa Paaralan as a learning laboratory.
And that ends our video. We hope that you have learned a lot from us and somehow entertained you. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates. This is Sam, Ling, and Sheng Vlogs. Bye-bye!
Good evening, netizens. So the time is 8 p.m. and we're here at our quarter, and this is a surprise video to my co-vloggers and friend about their learnings in this 3-day tiring but wholesome journey. So let's go. Hi guys. Yeah. So we have here Ling and Sheng. So Ling, Sheng, what is the advantage of provide
What is the advantage of ecoliteracy provide to teaching and learning process?
The advantages of ecoliteracy to teaching and learning are it allows the students to access a particular theme from different entry points as they work with a wide range of sources of information and perspectives. Also, it empowers students to help create a better society and make a difference.
Okay, how about you, Sheng?
It also allows students to connect to the world through their bodies, developing motor skills and healthy habits. Also, provide young children with a wide variety of physically challenging experiences, including opportunities to run, jump, and climb into the natural environment.
Okay, thank you, Sheng Ling. And now we also have here our friend Christine to share her insights about this journey. So let's go. We have here Christine. Chris?
As what I have learned in this journey is the advantage of ecoliteracy, specifically to students, is it allows them to have the opportunity of some hands-on experience, including the activities that are that involves their discovery. It also opens their consciousness about the significance of the nature to us humans. Aside from that, it allows the teachers to be more knowledgeable about differentiated instructions, and it indirectly explains to them that their instruction should be more creative, more interesting, and with rich methods. And this method should specifically target on enriching the environment. Guess that's it.
Thank you, Chris. So, thank you guys for imparting your learnings. And to everyone who are watching, I hope you consider the challenge of being an ecoliterate. Bye! Chris!
Kay ganda ng mundo kung saan tayo nilikha. Mga puno't halaman ng Diyos may gawa. Tubig sa karagatan at ibon sa itaas. Lumilipad ng malaya makikita madalas.